today's question on this video is how are you, or are you okay? And the reason I ask this is because most of us don't actually know. We think we know, and we do this thing whereby someone will say, how are you? And you might say, I'm okay. How are you? I'm okay. And so it carries on, and that same reply might be said throughout the day. But have you at any time today checked in with yourself and asked yourself that question? Or did you just wake up, the alarm goes off, you get up, you get the kids to school, you're on the next thing, you've made your breakfast, you're going on your whatever it is that your day is doing? Have you just taken part in that routine? Or have you at any point in today stopped and actually checked in with yourself? Which kind of requires like maybe up to 15 minutes or maybe 5 minutes or maybe even 1 minute might be helpful, where you just go, oh, actually, how am I? How am I feeling today? And you just kind of think from, I want you to try and think, should I say, from doing and head stuff and, oh my God, I've got to do all this stuff and then I've got to be here, then I've got to be there, and reacting. So you're then in back caught on the back foot, and then you're reacting. So you're reacting to your day. You're reacting to the next thing you have to do. You're reacting to the next place you have to be. You're reacting to that to-do list. But at no point, or I'm asking you, have you at any point checked in? And it's just a case of going, how do I feel today? And asking yourself that question, how do I feel today? And then, actually, not so good. Okay. So then it goes, why not so good? What's going on? Don't know, actually. And then it's the requirement of you, for you, to ask what that is. Oh, I don't know, just feeling really fed up. Okay, why? Why are you fed up today? These are the questions I want you to try and get into asking. Well, I don't know, maybe I'd actually had a really busy weekend and I didn't actually get to rest, or I hated the argument I had with my partner last night. I hate the fact that I shouted at my kids over the weekend. I hate the fact that whatever it is that's going on for you, because then you can go, oh, okay, oh. So let's take an example of, say, you've had an argument with the partner, or you've shouted at your kids, or you've just been behaving in a way that you haven't really checked in with yourself. So you're just doing all of this reactionary stuff. Then what's next? Oh, actually, I need to have a chat with my kids. I need to apologize, or I need to just explain to them that I've been a bit stressed and this is what's going on and I don't like behaving like that. Or you could, pick up the phone and call your partner and say, you know what, I've been a bit of an idiot this weekend, sorry. Or it could just be calling your partner and going, oh, I feel really rubbish. Or calling someone, even a mate, and just saying, can I just talk for a minute? This is how I'm feeling. I don't need you to fix me. I just need to vent. And you could just spend a few minutes going, ugh, hate the fact that I have no support. I've had a really busy weekend. I keep finding I'm doing too much. And just venting. So what is it you need? Where are you at? And it is just about sinking from here, from doing, from all of this stuff from here, sinking into that heart and asking yourself that question. Or maybe you'll sink in there and go, actually, I'm okay. Yeah, okay. So then you can embrace the okay, and then maybe spread the okay and bring some cheer into your life and into the life of those that you love. But if you haven't checked in at any point and you have no clue how you actually are, how on earth are you going to be able to either get the support or spread the joy or whatever it is that is needed by you, whatever it is that your heart and your soul are crying out for? How are you going to nourish yourself? How are you going to feed that if you haven't even asked that question? And maybe you haven't even asked that question because you've never asked that question, because you've never been taught to, like most of us haven't been taught to. It's a habit. We've got into a lifetime of habits of being these reactionary creatures where we get out of bed, get in the shower, get dressed, go and have breakfast, go out the door, go and do your exercise or whatever it is that you're doing. And you've never actually thought about how you're doing. and what am I doing and what the heck's going on? Who am I? Where am I? How did this happen? You're not doing any of that. And it's really important for your well-being. Don't forget, your heart health is what creates your mind or mental health. It's not the other way around, and we are always taught it is, and that you probably got this massive to-do list because you believe if you can just conquer the to-do list, then you'll be okay. If I just do this next thing, then my life will be great. But I've got news for you, and you might already know this, but I'm going to remind you that you will never get that to-do list done. It's just not going to happen. And one of the biggest teachings is trying to be okay, trying to be who you are amongst the to-do list. It's finding that peace, finding that contentment with where you are within the midst of the busyness and the to-do list and the things that you have to do. And that whilst that might seem a bit, how the heck am I supposed to be okay when I've lost my job? How the hell am I supposed to be okay if someone's died? Not saying that, you've got to do this bypass of some emotional state. I'm not talking about that. Those are separate big grief issues which you will need separate help and support with. I'm talking about just that general waking up in your to-do list and being okay amongst that. And I will actually probably even stretch you to the point where you might be able to get to that point if you do this work in a truly thorough way and really work on your past, that you could even go through stuff that's big and yes, have your world fall apart, but still be okay. That's probably a bit more in-depth teaching that I go into in my courses, but you can get to those places, and they're not mental places that you get to. It's not like it's not like I have to will myself into this place. It's not about that. It's actually about heart. It's about recovery. It's about working through what you've gone through, because otherwise you're just working through this accumulation of stuff, whether it's accumulation of all the things you've gone through in your past and the accumulation of that to-do list. I bet when you look back, the to-do list has never really changed. You might have added kids in there or spouses or whatever on top. But when you look back, I bet you've always had a really long to-do list because, we have stuff to do. We're human beings that have to run our lives. But we are human beings, that crucial word I just said, not human doings. And so you have to be able to take that time to check in. Because when you can do that regularly throughout your day, you will not be that reactionary creature, that reactionary person that is just constantly feeling really unstable and not okay. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope that kind of gives you some measures about maybe some things that you can start doing. If you're not doing it, really do check in. And if you do check in and you're not okay, like today, I don't think I'm so good today. Just checked in this morning. I'm like, ugh. And I know where my stuff comes from, and I know what I need to have happen for me to be okay. But, nobody's going to be okay all the time. We're not meant to be okay all the time. That is some silly construct that's been given to us, and it's not helpful. In fact, it's the opposite. It's really unhelpful and very unhealthy. But it doesn't mean that I have to also stay in that space of not being okay. And it doesn't mean that I have to hide away. It means that I can still shoot videos, I can still see clients, but it's like, where am I today? Because that's integrity. That is kind of really being authentic with yourself, let alone anyone else. If you really want to be authentic with others, you've got to be authentic with yourself first. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope that really helps touch something for you today. And thanks for all your comments, either privately or on my posts if you've enjoyed them. And look out for my next one tomorrow. Bye now.